What's up guys, it's Jonathan. Hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see you. In this video, I wanna do my annual What's on my iPhone video. Now I do these every year. The last one I did was like at the end of last year, maybe the beginning of this year, but I figured it's been long enough and it's time for me to do my What's on my iPhone XS, XS Max, and iPhone XR late 2018 edition. Let's go ahead and dive into this. So this is the gold iPhone XS Max. Now I do bounce between this and the iPhone XR quite frequently, but I'm using a colorware skin on it for protection for scratch resistance. And I gotta say, this is easily the best skin for the new gold iPhones. Like, it is just gorgeous. It matches it to the T, and I can't recommend it enough. So if you're in the market for a skin, and you have the gold iPhone XS or XS Max, make sure to check out the skin. I guarantee you, you're gonna like it, but like I said, it just matches it to the T. I'll leave this linked down below. Whenever I'm not using the skin or I want a little bit more protection, I do have the green leather Apple case. I know Apple cases are overpriced, they're overrated, but I'm a sucker for them. Even their lame keyboard cases for their iPads, I love them, mainly because I feel like when a manufacturer designs a case for their particular products, it's usually more form-fitting and overall just has a better fit. That's the reason why I like them. So that's the case that I use primarily. And then on the front, I use an iCares tempered glass screen protector. It goes edge to edge. I think I got a pack of them for like 10 bucks, which you really can't beat. So you don't need to spend a lot of money on a tempered glass screen protector. You can get a cheap one like this one and use the extra money that you would use on a screen protector to put towards getting a good case. But yeah, that's it for protection. And for cosmetics, let's go ahead and look at the software on my phone. The first thing you're gonna see is that I have Photos and Google Photos. The reason why I have Google Photos on here outside of just the cloud storage is because of portrait mode processing. I did a video on tips and tricks for the iPhone XR, XS, and XS Max that breaks this down. So make sure you watch that because I'm not going to cover it in this video. So we have Google Maps, AccuWeather. We'll go ahead and jump into utilities. Nothing special here. LastPass is my password manager of choice. I do have shortcuts. I really need to start utilizing shortcuts more and learn more about them, start tinkering around, but haven't really done so yet, but it's right there. Moving on to my smart home folder here. Again, nothing new except for Amplify and Ambi. I was using like an Asus gaming router for my Wi-Fi router of choice, but I recently sold it and I switched to an Amplify mesh network. And I gotta say, it's really improved the way that my smart home devices communicate with the router, just an overall more reliable connection. And it's also boosted my connection with all of my mobile devices, which is definitely nice. Ambi is great if you're invested into the Hue ecosystem. It gives you a little bit more control over setting different animations and custom scenes. You can either download some, and they're based on different moods. So you have like relaxing, winter, romantic, working, sleeping, party, and then back to relaxing. But you tap on a mood, and then you can download certain scenes. And depending on the scene that you download, you might get like a flicker animation or breathing animation, as well as different colors. Jumping into my shopping folder, these are all the apps that I browse daily. Whenever I get like a few extra minutes, I'll look to see what kind of deals are going on. These are the apps that make my wife want to kill me, actually. So jumping into my next folder, which is my sneakers folder. Obviously, this is where I get all of my shoes from. Again, these apps make my wife want to kill me, but yeah, they're still there and I'm still alive, so yeah. But the first one is StockX. And in case you guys didn't know, I'm doing a giveaway with StockX for a $500 gift card. I'll leave that video linked at a card at the top of this video. Make sure you watch it. It has all the details on how you can participate in the giveaway. And even if you don't like shoes, just go ahead and watch that video because it was one of the best videos I ever made. It was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely really proud of it. Now, StockX is a great app if you are trying to purchase something that you couldn't get at retail, because we all know that bots eat up all of the good stuff. So if there's a limited shoe drop or clothing drop, bots are gonna eat that thing alive and force you to buy from aftermarket resellers. And StockX is great because they verify everything, so you know that you're gonna get a legit product. Plus their prices are not bad, being that they are coming from, you know, aftermarket resellers. But you can get anything on here. You can see you have different Jordans here, you have Yeezys, you have Off-Whites. You can follow shoes or clothing. So whenever it drops to a price that is more affordable to you, you can pick up everything then. And you can also set up a portfolio to keep track of your entire collection like I've done here, which is really cool. Which leads me to a question. If you guys have a shoe collection or a clothing collection, Let me know your 3 favorite pieces down below in the comment section. So we'll go ahead and go back to the main page here. We have the Sneakers, Adidas, and Nike app. These are the apps that I'm going to use to try to purchase shoes at retail. More than likely it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna try nonetheless. Links is a great way to keep track of drops and be alerted whenever a shoe drop happens. That way you can click on that notification and it will take you directly over to the website where you can purchase the shoes. Moving on, we have my writing folder. This is gonna be all of my productivity tools, things that I'm going to jot down quick notes or bullet points on something I'm reviewing or an article I'm writing. I write all of my stuff in Microsoft Word because I'm embedded into the Microsoft Office ecosystem, but I do all of my note-taking in Evernote. And then I have Google Drive and OneDrive. The reason why I have both is because whenever I'm sharing a file with a client or a colleague, I use Google Drive, but whenever it's something personal, I use OneDrive. Jumping into the next folder, we have my shooting folder. This means shooting video or taking pictures. The first app is Focus, which is awesome. I covered it in my iPhone XR, XS, and XS Max tips and tricks video. Again, watch that, and it will tell you a little bit more about it, but in a nutshell, it gives you much more fine-tuned control over portrait mode, and it also allows you to take portrait mode shots even if your phone doesn't necessarily support it. Full Control is my most expensive app. I don't know how much I paid for that thing, but it allows me to wirelessly control my red, which you can see I'm using right here on my iPhone XR for this video. So I'm able to control the focus using this wheel, start and stop recording, plus pretty much everything else. It's a really cool app, but very expensive. Field Monitor is pretty much the same thing, but it's geared more towards Panasonic and Sony cameras. I think it does have Canon support, but it's very limited. Moving on, we have the Light Meter app, which is made by Lumo. Lumo is a little white balance meter that's also a exposure meter. So I can set it up for cine exposure, dial in my ISO and my shutter speed in frames per second, and it will tell me what aperture I need to be at. And it will also tell me what white balance I need to set my camera to. Instamic Remote is awesome because the Instamic itself is a fantastic product. The Instamic is a very small, extremely versatile microphone. I'm gonna have a full video coming out on that very soon. The next folder is my editing folder. These are gonna be all the apps that I use to edit all of my photos with: Lightroom CC, Photoshop Express, VSCO or VSCO, I don't know how to say it. It's really cool. I recently actually subscribed to the annual membership to get all of their LUTs. I really like the way that you could tweak photos in this. Pixel Loop is really cool because you can animate a still photo. I did this to 2 different photos, I think, on Instagram, and I tried to do it for another one and it just didn't come out the way that I was hoping. Then you have PhotoFox, which is the same makers of Pixel Loop, but this is more for applying LUTs and tweaking photos. So with PhotoFox, you can actually blend in composite photos as well as tweak them and apply different layers. I haven't used it too much, but it's a really neat app. Lens Distortion is a really neat app for applying different lens effects. So you can actually apply like a flare to your photos, which is definitely awesome. As long as you're subtle and you do it in a way where it doesn't look out of place, it definitely adds a great effect to your photos. So we'll go ahead and bounce back, and we have Retouch. Retouch is awesome if you're trying to remove an object from your picture. It's really, really nice, especially if you're not big into Photoshop and you just want something quick and easy and on your mobile phone. This is the way to go. Moving on, we have Posting. These are all the apps that I use to keep track of my post, whether it's statistics, demographics, whatever it is. So Bitly is going to shorten links for me. Buffer is going to allow me to take one post and then syndicate it to like 3 different social media outlets. Plan is a really cool app to get an idea of what your Instagram timeline is going to look like by adding a photo to it without really adding that photo. So in other words, I can come in here and then go to my device and we'll just pick a random photo real quick, and I can see what it's going to look like in my timeline before I post it to make sure everything is going to fit in properly. Hashtags will give you a list of popular hashtags based on the post that you're doing. So if you're posting something for the iPhone XR, we'll do a quick search. It's gonna generate hashtags based on that. Then you can copy these hashtags and then paste them on your Instagram post. That way it will give you hopefully the most engagement and try to bring some new traffic to your Instagram account. Then we have Command, which is how you can set up post as well as keep track of all of your stats on Instagram. My email app of choice right now is Spark. Spark is really good, don't get me wrong, I like it. But I think the biggest issue with Spark to me is that I was so used to Newton and Cloud Magic that this is just not replacing that specific app for me, but it's still really good. Plex is a very, very powerful app. And recently Plex partnered with Tidal. So if you have a Plex Pass subscription, you actually get a Tidal subscription as well. So you can see it's integrated right into the Plex app, which is fantastic. I mean, I think that is a really, really dope partnership. So I'll leave a link to sign up for Plex down in the description. Fiverr is really cool. I never knew about Fiverr until recently. I mean, I think I've heard about it, but I never used it. If you're in the market to get like a service of some sort, like say you need a new logo or you want to find a video editor, an audio editor, Fiverr is a great place to find people that do great work. So think of Amazon, but for services. But yeah, that's about it. Well guys, that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed it, go hitchhiker status on that thumbs up button. If any questions on anything we went over in this video, leave it down below in a comment or hit me up on social. Remember, everything can be found in the description. So if you want to download one of the apps or anything I covered in this video, it can be found in the description. If you want to get down on that StockX giveaway or the other giveaway that Danny and I have going on for the Mi Box S, you can find those details in the description as well. Don't forget to watch the EDC bag video, as well as my Mi Box S review. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.